Yeah.
Oh my lord, so we're here. I have tummy cramps. I ate the biggest burrito before getting on. It was awesome. Hi, Apple! Diego's burritos. The burritos are massive, but they have a gluten-free wrap that I can enjoy. So, it's so nice. But we're on episode 54 now.
Yeah.
Which is awesome, because also, I'm gonna say this now. There is an announcement video coming soon. Nothing bad has happened. We're just taking a vacation. We're gonna touch some grass, and you'll understand that when the announcement video comes out.
Oh.
Just a slight, just like a week of touching grass, or a couple of weeks.
Like, I think it's like 2 max. 1 minimum, 2 max.
2, yeah, 1 minimum, 2 max. Because I know the first one
Isn't
will be
inevitable.
when we're there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going with no saying. The second one is like if you feel like it.
It's more so because I checked the dates that I requested off. And I go back to work the same day that we could pick this back up. So it is strictly if I have the motivation to get off vacation mode and work and then come home and do more work.
So you fucked yourself in that regard.
Dude, I
You
really
really
did.
fucked yourself in that regard.
Oh god. But you guys know the drill. So you have me and you have Squishy. And then tonight we got, boom, Cross,
Cross.
the Mothman.
Hi.
And obviously he knows the drill with this shit.
Both of our chats.
And so henceforth with that reason, I made sure to find really weird stories.
Yes. I want to get weirdly opinionated about stupid shit.
I couldn't find like 2 singular ones. I have 2 small ones and then a large. So you can choose between the small ones. But I'm doing the large one because the large one was funny as fuck.
That's fair. I'll be honest, I got both of mine due to other podcasts that I listened to. Because I was mopping the floor and I just kind of like heard it happen and I was like, that's really fucking weird. I'm gonna find that later. So anyway, now we're here. So I'm actually, hold on, let me pull it up. How weird do we want to start off?
Start off slow.
Slow? Okay. Alright. Well, I wish I could show you guys the photos of this. It'd be a lot easier. I can't. Just know that there's pictures with this post that I'm actively staring at. This is from 2 months ago. It's on Am I Overreacting? It's relationship advice. So it's every fucking check mark. Let me... That's in the way. Okay, he's been pursuing me, then sent me a spreadsheet asking to be reimbursed for our dates. Am I overreacting? So, there is an image. It's literally an Excel spreadsheet of everything. Down to, like, cigarettes, dude, and, like, fucking Gatorade. Like, it is a spreadsheet.
I can't budget that well for myself. This man must be a freak already.
Dude, it's the microtransaction that bothers me. If you want your money back for $3, that's weird. But, so she starts off with, "Hi everyone. I, female 23, have been dating this guy, male 32, for a little over a month now. He was very persistent in pursuing me, constantly texting me, making plans, asking me to go on runs, bike rides, beach days. We live in Florida." Oh. And inviting me. Sorry.
You just had to say the oh.
And inviting me to dinners, bars, and even paying for Ubers to and from his place. We're hanging out at least 4 times a week. Everything felt like it was going somewhere. He'd slowly been building things up and even waited weeks to finally kiss me. Then, out of nowhere, he sends me a literal Excel spreadsheet with a breakdown of dates, how much he spent, a column with my name, asking me to reimburse him. I'm attaching it because I truly can't believe it. It felt like transactional and weirdly formal, especially since he was the one initiating nearly all the plans. What's even more confusing is after sending this, he still insists on seeing me and continuing the dates. Like, you want to invoice me and kiss me? And for context, I've picked up the tab quite a few times, dinner, drinks, etc., without making a thing of it. I've never asked him to pay me back or keep score. I thought we were just getting to know each other and splitting things organically like adults, especially since he's about 10 years older than I am. So am I overreacting or underreacting? I can't tell if this is just him being organized or if this is a huge red flag. I'm
Silver,
looking at the
your
photo.
Chat, she knows. She knows, Silver.
Is it still loud or is it okay?
He's just saying it's still playing.
I would hope it is still playing. So I pulled up the text transaction that she screenshotted, and he does send a photo of the spreadsheet and it says, hey, hate to ask, but can you Venmo or Zelle me some cash for the last few weeks? I know you got me some stuff, which I'm appreciative of, and definitely happy to cover most things like our date night and drinks and stuff, but you never paid me for the first round of stuff from a few weeks ago, and money's a little tight for me, and a source of stress right now with working 2 jobs, etc. I'm literally seeing the columns right now. Cigarettes. Drink. Chips. What just happened? Oh, hi!
Oh, shit.
Hi, Alex!
Hi, Alex!
Oh, hi, Alex.
I forgot that was the audio I shut up. I was fucking scared for a minute. Holy shit.
Raid?
Hi guys. So you guys get to know about this fun lore too. If you were out on a date and somebody sent you an Excel spreadsheet asking for reimbursement for the past 3 months, how would you feel? There's like minimal transactions. The lower, I'm literally seeing a transaction, Google, like a Google subscription, which is all of $5 he's asking to be reimbursed for.
How are they sharing that?
I don't know, but it's on there.
Hey, can you use my Google Drive for me, please? You're in my house. Can I please charge you for the AC energy required, please? If he's this hurt for money, why the hell is he paying for all these dates? Do things simpler. What
Well,
the beach
and,
basically
like,
free?
That's what's confusing too, is if you're this stressed of like money's tight and I've covered a lot, then don't do it. You don't have to spend money on a date, but also if you're tight, there's like no problem with saying like, hey, would you be okay with covering the date or splitting it 50-50? Like, communicate. Talk
There
it
wasn't
out.
any of that. Like, at least she never expressed any of that. Like, hey, there was an agreement to like split half on anything we do, and like, there was like an I will pay you back kind of agreement. Not any word of that.
Nope. Just, hey, I took you on all these really expensive things, and now you must send me money. But I still want to keep seeing
Maybe
you.
he's trying to trip him. Wait, hold on. What does he have proof of these things being real transactions? You know, like, is he literally in the moment taking pictures and calculating and saving references and every single receipt? Maybe he's making it up, trying to get some bucks out of her.
From what she's saying, she remembers these dates. And so, let me see. Also, Ghosty, why are Alex and Earth stupid? Why do you want me to say that? That feels like a setup. I do have a minor update on this, but within their text transaction that I do still have pulled up. So she said sure, and he said, okay, I think 100 is fair unless you have any objections. She said, are you charging me for in-between days? And he said, I'm charging you 100 for the $500 of stuff I've covered since we started hanging. You never paid me for the last time I asked for some money. And she said, all right, maybe we shouldn't go out as much. And he said, LOL, I can't tell if you're butthurt. I'm asking for $100. If you're so butthurt that you need $100, maybe don't go out as often.
Dude, that was immediately hostile to just like perceived sarcasm. Can be butthurt over $100. Dude, you're butthurt. You're itemizing every single transaction.
I think the relationship is doomed. And that strictly runs off of
100%.
just of like I get being short on cash. I get wanting to do extravagant dates, not being able to afford it. One, no harm, no foul, and literally saying, hey, I can't do that. Can we not? Like, I've gone to my fiance where I'm like, I don't really want to go out to eat because I want to save money this weekend. So that's not that hard. But also, in a relationship, the second you start keeping score, you're fucked. You can't keep score on shit. That's not how it works.
Every single gift is gonna look really sketchy.
Exactly.
Like,
Now
every
it's
gift is back at some
transactional.
point. It's a loan. It's a loan of relationships.
Like, it's fucked up. You can't just, like, that's the equivalent of, like, me going to either one of you and being like, hey, remember that one time I helped you with your lore, so you should pay me back for that. I totally didn't just do that out of being a good friend. I wanted something out of that. Don't hurt me. I'm kidding.
She took the silence immediately and was like...
How was that little baby feelings? But don't hurt me.
I was like, if you don't... In my mind, I was like, if you don't like it, I guess you're okay.
But, I don't know. It's just fucking weird.
I don't got any words
He
for
should be an
this.
accountant.
I don't got any words for this. This
Oh, thank you
doesn't
for the
deserve
follow.
my words.
Dude, it's
This
just,
doesn't deserve my words.
you're not real if you're going on a date and asking for money. Like, that, like,
You
we're
got
all in
your head
relationships.
put in a toilet when you were a kid, didn't you?
It just doesn't make sense.
That's what happened.
And, like, I try to view it because, like, I've been in spots in my life where I do view financials. I still have a struggle with that, where I view financials a certain way that, like, I watch everything when I don't need to. But that's just, like, it's ingrained into my brain, and I've been working on it, so I'm not a fucking hover parent of, like, hey, what are you doing? What are you spending money on? Huh? Because that's bad!
I mean, that's what we do too, and we've been doing a lot better with saving our money. I mean, all the stuff that I make in tips and stuff goes straight into the bank unless we need it for something, like
That's fair.
groceries.
But it's just like, if bro's this pressed over $100, especially for her being confused about it, because, like, listen, it's 2025. If you want to go on a date and split it, split it. If the girl wants to pay for it, the girl pays for it. If the guy does, it doesn't fucking matter anymore. It's, like, because it's also, there's the basic knowledge, too. If you initiate the date, you're probably the one to pay for it. I think I would say in most circumstances. Like, if I walked up to you and was like, hey, I'm gonna take you out, you're not touching your fucking wallet. I offered. Like,
It don't matter if you say I'm not gonna touch my wallet. I'm paying.
but, like, that's the thing, though, is, like, that's, like, a standard. So if he's, like, unless you communicate beforehand of, like, hey, let's split it, or, you know, is this something you want to do, or, like, whatever the fuck. If he's initiating all of these places that I'm assuming are higher end based on the spreadsheet, motherfucker, you wanted to go
So
there.
it's like the other night, right?
So I went with my fiance to.
Woo.
Okay. I went the other night with my fiance. We had like a little date night. We went to go see the new Demon Slayer movie. But
Asshole.
He got off of work at he got off of work at like 4,
and that was right around when I ended streaming stuff. You remember that?
Yeah.
So I got dressed, went to go meet up with him and stuff. We got new vapes. I paid for those because that's what I normally do. That's something that I pay for. And we went to dinner, but I had to go grab my ID out of the car, and I gave him my cash to pay for our vapes. I didn't see that cash until the end of the night when we got home.
Yeah.
because he paid for everything else. I was like, no, let me pay for stuff.
And he said, no, this is our day, I'm paying. And I'm like, but babe, I can help pay for things so you don't use the stuff for your money that we could use for, like, groceries and stuff. And he was like, no. And eventually he said no enough or ignored me enough and said, huh, that's a nice ceiling. That I was like, you know, fucking fine. Can I at least just have my cash, please? I didn't get it until we got home.
But you're not keeping, like, he's not keeping a transactional tab of, like, hey, I paid for this date, so either you get the next one or reimburse me, like, your half. And that's where the downfall of any relationship is going to happen, because then it's not, you're not doing it out of love or good intention or good heart. Like, you're just doing it, I don't really know what the gain is there. Because I've been in those situations where it's like, we'd go out for a date, and then it's like, hey, Venmo me, and I'm like, why the fuck did you ask me to go? Why am I here right now?
See, this is the part where I'm just, like I said earlier, you got your head shoved in a toilet a lot in high school, didn't you?
That is fair. I will say we do have an update. A very minimal itty bitty baby update, and I had to look at their page to find it. Because I didn't want this to be the end of it. So let's see. It has, hi everyone, thank you so much for all the responses on my last post. It blew up and I appreciate the feedback. I wanted to add some details that didn't make it into the original post since a lot of people were asking for clarification in the spreadsheet he sent me. I'm the green column, and no, it's not the cigars. Green also referred to a $200 pair of shoes he texted me about buying. He took me to a nicer spot called Between Days for a more intimate dinner. The other man on the spreadsheet is asking for payment was actually his twin, who sometimes joins us on double dates, but usually picks the check himself. I always offer to pay my share. Money is genuinely stressful for me, and I hate feeling like I owe anybody. He's always refused in the moment, then turned around and invoiced me formally later. I would have much rather just paid my own way from the start than for any of this to happen. Final update, sent him the last payment, blocked him, and deleted his contact. I didn't want him to hold anything over me. It sucks that I paid him, but at least now it's over. Thanks everybody who weighed in. That makes it worse. That she offered at the table and was like, hey, like, let me get my half, no problem. And you said, no, don't worry, I got it. I'm gonna Venmo you later.
Dropping the hidden fees.
That's worse than like a fucking mortgage.
Absolutely in the right idea to drop it. 100%.
Absolutely.
No, she wasn't even like responsible to pay him. She just did that out of her own like responsibility.
That was out of her own morality.
Yeah.
Oh my god, fuck
Definitely
that
must
guy.
be petty and not pay for shit.
I would request more money from him.
Hey, pay me back. I bought you things.
So pay me back for the emotional damage that I now have from you sending me a fucking spreadsheet.
Pay me back my therapy cost.
For real, Jesus Christ. Anyway, I'm glad they broke up. I'm glad they got blocked. Anyway, don't, for all of you who are watching, don't fucking keep tabs on your partner. Whether, if you do that due to past trauma or like whatever the fuck, don't do that. The second you start keeping a score, you're flubbernucked. Just don't do it. Anyway, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Squilliam, your story.
Okay, well, like I said earlier, you get to choose. I do this for most episodes, and I'm not gonna stop now. So, you have catfish me, cool, I'll catfish you back.
I swapped my cheating husband's lubricant with super glue, and firefighters had to pull
Him and my daughter-in-law apart. And then my sons tried to kill me after poisoning their mother, but she outsmarted them all. There you go. Those are the ones you get to choose from.
Hold up. Was the middle one the longest?
No. The first one was the longest.
I gotta hear that one.
Okay.
Jesus Christ!
Oh my God.
You didn't expect that to come out of my mouth, did ya?
No! If the second lubricant and superglue were involved, I was alarmed.
Like stepdaughter, I think I heard.
Stepdaughter.
Daughter-in-law.
Daughter-in-law. Okay.
Okay, God, good, because stepdaughter would have been worse.
This is 4 paragraphs. 4 short paragraphs.
Oh.
Okay.
So,
I always pull revenge stories out. I love r/revenge. It brings me utter peace. This
Valid.
is posted 5 days ago. Don't know the day it was it actually happened. But it says, my husband Julian was a cheater and I had all the proof. I had uncovered his affair with our daughter-in-law Allison to make matters worse. They were also plotting to steal my bakery business, which I built over 40 years. I decided to get my revenge. I secretly replaced his personal lubricant with industrial superglue. Then I pretended to leave town for work, giving them the perfect opportunity to meet at our house. While they were occupied, I triggered a smoke trap in the kitchen, forcing our neighbors to call the fire department. The most satisfying moment, my son, a fire chief, was the one who broke down the door and found his father and his wife naked and stuck together. The public humiliation was swift. After they were taken to the hospital, I secretly replaced their skin ointment with mustard. The scandal went viral. I handed them the divorce papers, and now my son and I are running the business together while they lost everything.
It just got worse and worse. She's gotta take that to her grave. Did she ever tell him?
No, there's no update to it.
Does the son know that she did that? Cause like, if not, homegirl, you taking that shit to your grave. You ain't telling. You ain't telling.
I'm assuming not, so... There's that information for you.
Why are there so many first-time chatters? Hello, you motherfuckers.
Hello, crazy people.
Oh, that's my pieces. Like, could you jump on top of it?
I just work here, man. Thank you for the follow. I'm processing currently because
Same.
what the fuck? Listen, cheating scandals are one thing, okay, and I'm all for some petty fucking revenge. I don't want to say superglue was too far, but I also really do want to say superglue was too far. Does he still have a wiener? How do you separate from that?
Splits apart.
He's
I don't
envisioning
know how far natural lube goes, but which one's stronger, the adhesive or that? And if it's the adhesive, did she get pulled inside out? Essentially.
Wait. Wait, how long does this take for it to solidify is also another question for me, because, like, I'm sorry, I'm envisioning...
It was fast, right?
Yeah,
Superglue basically solidifies within a minute and a half.
You would have felt like
Plus
you would have felt it drying. I want therapy.
Are you
Just try not to trying to internalize any sort of sensations I'm imagining currently.
You were interested in the mustard segment.
Do the dad or the husband and the daughter-in-law know it was her
I don't think so.
that set this up?
I don't think anybody knows the mother set this up, and that's why, like, she's got to take it to the grave. They got their win, they got their W. Her and the son run the business. You know, divorces were filed across the board.
If they ever find out, that is the biggest, easiest lawsuit they will win. Or they
Yeah,
will lose,
yeah.
actually. Oh my god.
Cause like,
Um,
Who's the person
okay,
all the way to the
I gotta
left?
say,
That's
it sounds a little
Cross.
too perfect. Hi.
that is a little too perfect. Because also, in terms of like the healing ointment being swapped with mustard, that happened
like an
in the
off-
hospital.
Yeah.
Which, revenge
It's
is
yellow. It's pretty
revenge.
yellow.
You wouldn't smell it, like you smell the mustard. But like, you could get a doctor in serious trouble for fucking with their equipment and tampering because it's gonna get pinned on them for being their equipment.
And isn't it like assault to do this, even if it is just like swapping?
Oh,
out
it's
things?
absolutely a felony. No, she gotta take it to the
I
grave.
don't want to root for this woman. Like, sure, she's getting her revenge, but like, I don't know. You also are pretty shitty as a person.
Thank you, dude. Don't cheat. Don't cheat. You never know. One day your lube might be super glue, and you're gonna be stuck like the dogs do.
Grunting like a gorilla with gorilla glue.
Oh, it's the hair gorilla glue situation all over again, but so much worse.
God, I forgot the lady who did that.
That was still the craziest shit,
Oh.
because that was at least consensual.
Didn't she need like multiple doctor's visits to just get that stuff out of her hair with the solvents?
Yeah, it gave her chemical burns. She lost all of her hair.
So assuming this story was even real, they have chemical burns.
That's what I'm saying. Your shit don't work after this.
Cooked.
Her vagina is cooked.
Oh my god, dude! Can he still pee?
I don't fucking know.
Probably.
Presumably, yeah, but like imagine just the tip being ripped open.
What if he wasn't? Oh my god, wait! If he still had the hood, I'm gonna go down a really dark spiral. Don't let me go here, Squishy. Squishy, pull me out.
Are you talking about if he was uncircumcised? Are you saying what if the glue got into the hood
Yes,
and it stayed so he couldn't
pull it back?
dude. I don't have a wiener, but I feel like I'm fine. I understand what phantom pain is. I get it now.
I mean, technically, okay, I'm about to go down that hole for you. Technically, seeing as what I know about that stuff and cleaning that,
technically, depending on how far back it is pulled, he could still pee. If it was not pulled back far enough, he could not pee.
Yo, I hope he lost his wiener. You don't need it. You don't use it for the right things anyway. You don't need it.
don't envision it, Cross. I saw the way your eyes were moving. Don't envision it.
No, he's thinking about
I
it.
need a distraction. I need this. Stop. Holy-
Okay, here. I got you. You want a
Oh,
distraction?
one more wrinkle to say that it sounds a little too perfect. The son being fire chief. I mean, like, fire distraction, fire chief. You knew when they'd be doing it. It just sounds a little too Reddit made up.
Also, she did say that she started like a fire, so if nobody was called, she would have just committed murder.
I mean, she's trying to, like, maim them otherwise. I don't think she'd be, like, pretty
Urfu,
nonplussed
don't
anyway.
ask questions you don't want the answers to.
Hi, foo-foo. Listen, you know what? I have a great distraction for you. But unfortunately, we're staying on the same topic-ish, not super glue related. We're just gonna switch from dick to balls.
How is that much better?
Yeah, we'll get there. Because I thought it was funny.
Much better.
It's mildly
You
better.
think anything with dick and balls and horrific things is funny.
That's because I don't have one. So, you know, we have a male. We can make him suffer.
Mission accomplished so far,
So
but
sorry.
what else is going to happen
Fuck,
here?
had
Uh,
to reopen stream because it froze. Don't worry about it.
so this is actually 4 years old. So it is an older one, but it comes from Today I Fucked Up. Today I fucked up by not
Interesting.
I got a tiny bunny. This is for our peak wife moderator Usi. So she's like always in my pocket. But from Today I Fucked Up.
Can I have the bunny next time, but just put it in my boobs?
Yes. Today I fucked up by not flushing a yellow jacket in the toilet, causing my guest to get stung in the balls. Yeah. Anyway, today, to my horror,
Right next to fucking
a yellow jacket got into my apartment. I got insanely lucky in that when I saw it, it was sitting on a magazine at an easy height to trap. I thought fast, grabbed an empty glass, and slammed it on top of the thing, screaming internally and praying not to trigger its rage. I looked around very carefully, but thankfully didn't see any others. Meanwhile, it had started going berserk in the glass. So I worried the second I took out the top, it would fly out and exact revenge on me. However, just leaving it under the glass made me incredibly squeamish. I hate bugs, didn't want to see it, didn't want to hear the staticky sound it was making. I just wanted it to be gone from my life and to pretend none of this had ever happened to me. I considered moving it to another room where I wouldn't have to look at it, but I kept catastrophizing situations where it got out. I could forget it was there, pick the glass up, someone could knock it over, any number of things. So finally, I very carefully picked the glass and the magazine underneath it, and kicked my toilet open with a foot, and BAM! I dropped the whole thing in there. Magazine, cup, all of it, and slammed the lid down as fast as I could. I didn't want the risk of lifting the cup and letting the yellow jacket escape before I got it in the toilet. I considered trying to shake it up until it died or became disoriented enough to be docile, but I couldn't escape the feeling that my dumbass would lose hold of the magazine and that motherfucker would be loose and extremely angry. I didn't flush, of course, not with the whole ass magazine and cup in the toilet, but my logic was eventually it would fall into the water and drown. So I'd open the toilet in a day or two. I have got a bathroom in my room and a guest bathroom to fish out the items and flush the bug corpse. So I recovered from the heart attack for the most part and settled down to watch some TV. A while later, a friend texted me that he was in the neighborhood and if he can come over. I said sure. We had a beer, watched some Olympics. This is a good friend, a close friend. Not the kind of friend who asks if they can use the bathroom when they're visiting. So a while into the night, he gets up. I didn't think anything of it because we'd both been getting up periodically to grab snacks, plug our phones in, whatever else. Before I'd realized it, it was too late. I heard the door close. I started to call out, "Oh hey, you should actually use the other one." But he didn't hear me. All I heard was a strangled then a crash. The door flies open. My buddy falls out naked from the waist down, crawling backwards, screaming, "What the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck," and clutching his testicles. I had to control myself and tap into my more humane urges because with the knowledge that that thing was now loose in my not very large apartment, all I wanted to do was leave. But I had to help my friend. He was in serious pain. Then we had a real dilemma because he didn't want to put his balls away, but we also wanted to get out of the apartment and go into the hall or outside, safe from the yellow jacket, which at this point was out for blood and could be anywhere. My ability to remain calm in the crisis was not helped by the fact that he was attacking me the whole time. He thought whatever had happened was some kind of fucked up prank. Because there was random garbage floating in my toilet, he had felt that he had just had electroshock to the dick. He was hitting me with his free hand and going, "Why was the book in there? Seriously, what did you do? This really fucking hurts." And on and on. I told him there was a bee in there. There was a yellow jacket in there. And his twisted mind jumped right into having me done it deliberately. So half naked, and I'm assuming still in searing pain, he tackles me. He's yelling, "You sick fuck! Why would you put a bee in there?" And all this other stuff. I was too horrified by trying to keep my friend's dick from touching me while simultaneously trying to locate the yellow jacket again. Finally, we realized we'd seen it fly out of the bathroom, so it must not be in there, and we lock ourselves in, and calmer heads prevailed enough for me to explain the whole pathetic situation. The yellow menace managed to get him in the neck as well, so he was subjected to an overwhelming amount of pain head to toe, but he wasn't allergic or anything, so he was able to get home just fine. An added awful fucking bonus to this fuck up is mine is that while I do know how to tell yellow jackets from hornets and hornets from honeybees and so forth, I didn't know that they all don't leave stingers behind, and I was taught that if you're stung, the first thing to do is remove the stinger by any means necessary to stop the transmission of venom. So I spent a 10 to 15 minutes massaging my buddy's ballsack until we thought to Google what happens if you can't find/remove yellow jacket stinger, and learned that they actually rarely leave stingers in the skin. So it was painful and awkward all night. The yellow jacket is still in my apartment somewhere. I fucked up in the moment and didn't just kill the thing when I had the chance. Stay safe out there, Reddit. Yeah. He's feeling it, Mr. Krabs.
Did the stinger hit the sack, or did it go in a ball?
I don't know. There's a
I
difference.
need to know.
There's a difference? They're together. That's one thing.
No, because
There's a
there's gaps
difference.
in between the testicles where the skin is just sack.
Sweetheart, look at me. So say
Nut.
this is a ball,
Nut.
right? This is a ball sack. This is one singular testicle. Okay?
The actual testicle.
Anatomy should not be the
Isn't that
concern right
thing.
now.
No,
Need
that
context.
I'm giving context to his question because you said
It's-
there's a difference with a question mark. There's a specific amount of skin between the actual like ball where the semen is formed and the actual skin. I am scared someone played it. God damn it, Lucy! It's Lucy.
Nuts.
Dude, I just
Like, lizard.
anyway, listen, okay. I feel so bad for the friend. I've been stung by one bee in my entire life, and by one, what the fuck was it the day I called y'all crying that stung me? Was it a hornet? Or was it a wasp?
I don't remember.
Shit, you weren't there that day. Lucy was there that day. I've never been stung by those things before, and I got stung about 3 times. That motherfucker was mad at me. I took out the trash and it was on the lid, and I just saw something go straight for my leg, and I had full trash bags in my hand.
You told me about it.
I had a whole panic attack in my kitchen. I have never been
I
stung.
remember the day you called me crying because there was a spider on your front door.
Okay,
and
but
it
that's
was the size of
arachnophobia. I have never
penny.
felt this amount of pain because it felt the equivalent of steroids coming into your body through like an IV. That was
Lucy
the only
said it
that's the
was
only
probably
comparable
the
thing.
hornet.
That fucker got me 3 times, and I'm gonna tell you right now, every symptom of lupus I feel on a like regular.
Uh-huh.
It was like, here, have all of them right now, very intensely, and you're in pain. I thought I was gonna fucking die. I was not live, laugh, loving. It made every symptom just fucking. So this poor man to get hit in the nuts. But also, all buggy fears aside, I'm scared of spiders. I'm not putting that fucker in a toilet with a book. I'm gonna get the hairspray at a distance.
Hairspray is a good strategy,
Context.
100%.
She was Snapchatting me before she called me, and she kept taking video of the spider that was on her front door,
Yep, it wouldn't let me in.
and it was as small as my fingernail. It was really small, but it
Big enough
was
to murder.
stretching, so it looked. It was stretching, so it looked longer. She then called me, crying while it was raining, saying I can't get inside, the spider's there, and my keys are now in the keyhole, but it moved, and now I can't grab my keys.
It darted towards my hand every time I tried to get the key out. It would be like, chip, chip, and I was like, oh no, you have it. You're good.
So then she tried to hit it with a fishing pole.
Where'd you get the fishing pole from?
We just had him
It
on
was
our
outside.
patio.
She didn't hit it with the fishing pole. She got close and then it moved, and then she dropped it and then ran.
Yep.
She couldn't go into her car because her keys were on her keychain. Yes.
My key fob, and I was just at a far enough distance that the key fob did not register. So I couldn't get in my car.
So then I was like, "Hey, is your back door unlocked?" And she went through the back door, and then we spent 15 minutes sitting at her front door inside trying to open the front door, and then her husband came home.
He scared the shit out of me
A
because,
saga.
dude, no. So you don't understand. I was sitting at the front door, crying, trying to my goal, right, was if I open it a little bit and slam it, that momentum is gonna send the spider off the door. I get my keys, we win, right? So imagine, I am not live, laugh, loving. I'm on all fours like a feral fucking animal. Just leaning as far as I can, door, and I didn't hear his car pull up. So on the 3rd time of me opening the door, he was also opening the door. Jump scared each other, essentially. Because when I jumped back going, motherfucker, he was like, why are you on the fucking floor? And I was like, there's a spider in the door. And he just grabs my keys and he goes, here you go.
That was an hour-long FaceTime call, watching her trying to open a door.
Like, I kind of get your logic, but you would need to look at the door to check the spider was gone.
I was watching it was working slowly because it came out on a web and then came right back to the door, but a little bit lower, that I was like, progress.
Spider was trying to give her squatters' rights.
Dude, listen, I don't fuck with spiders. But, like, I have so many questions on the level of the stupidity when it comes to this specific yellow jacket of why didn't... If you were so scared of it coming out, right, and being in the house, you already had it. And if you were already willing to throw the cup and the magazine in a toilet bowl, where the magazine's not recoverable at that point. The cup, yeah, wash it, but like you're gonna know in your head and you're probably not gonna use it again. Why didn't you just go outside and like throw it?
Eat the whole package.
Or if anything, go outside and just set it on the sidewalk. It is now someone else's problem. Oh well.
Oh wait, I know why. Because her hands were occupied, she had to kick the toilet open.
And like I don't know. I feel like there was other alternatives to doing this. There would have there's so many simpler things. Like again, the shaking thing would have worked. You trusted yourself to put it in a toilet with all of your stuff, compared to just shaking the shit out of it and throwing it.
And she was banking on that thing drowning itself, which it probably wouldn't. It's probably smart enough to remember faces and be like having a grudge, John Wick style.
Well, that too, and like if you put like the logic of depending on how this went in, like right, like I'm assuming it went magazine and cup, so just like straight down. The air of the cup is going to flip. So now the Hornet has a little boat in your toilet. He's not drowning.
Like, you better start getting to flushing that thing, then you're gonna break your toilet, but you better hope it was worth it to kill one wasp.
And like toilets have gaps in the seats too. He was gonna get out.
Mm-hmm. This man's balls suffered for your stupidity. Infinite shame, but at least you have the balls to post it online.
Also, you adamantly avoided this man's like wiener coming at you while he's smacking you around. But you had no problem massaging balls for 15 minutes before you thought of Google.
They were a couple beers deep, I guess, but you know, not entirely a loss that night.
I mean, Grin, okay, Pum, let me put this in your head, okay? If I got stung in the tit, would you massage my tit to get a stinger out?
No, I would get tweezers and we get the stinger out. The massaging thing is weird to me. Why are we massaging? Get a flashlight and some tweezers. Found it. Think.
That is one intense stare.
I'd massage your tits to get it out if we didn't have tweezers now. I'm gonna go over here now.
I just wouldn't say massaging is smart. You can get the stinger out of a boobie, but you don't gotta be like, here, let me just wax on, wax off. Find it. You get your fingernails and get that bitch out because this motion is digging it in. Get back here. Why do you hate me?
I don't hate you.
Anyway.
And all rose right with the word.
Your dad's gonna watch this episode and he's gonna be like,
My dad
"You're
knows who he
touching her
raised."
tit. What's
Your dad's gonna be cringing at these last two stories. Oh.
Yeah. I hope all of our Maryland viewers enjoy.
I don't
You thought you were gonna get fan service? No. Yellow jacket to the nuts.
He's gotta drive home with that and feel it every second he's sitting down.
I don't want to think about that. I don't.
Now
That's
what you wanna
awesome.
think about?
Man, I'm just
Wasn't the
thinking about it
retard
more
dog?
now. Getting stung to the nuts is like getting stung to the clit, and I don't want to think about that.
The accuracy for the second one, though. Professional marksman, Wasp.
Yeah. He went for it. But, you know, I think,
Yeah.
maybe, depending, I don't know what's in your long story, but maybe now we're done talking about genitals. I just can't make promises. Woosah.
Yeah, that's...
Alright. Sorry, I was closing the other small one. I forgot to do that earlier. So this was posted 24 days ago, but this is
kind of more of a older story.
So this is the catfish me cool, I'll catfish you backstory.
Okay.
The background.
So the title of it is honestly a bit of an oversimplification. When I was 14, I was stalked, catfish, groomed, essayed, emotionally abused, and overall heavily manipulated by an upperclassman to the point where at the time I didn't know what was even real anymore. He even hit me once. Let's call him D. For douchebag.
Nice.
Sorry. Even after the abuse was over, he still did everything he could to keep me isolated. He knew that this was hard for me to talk about, and only a few of my closest friends knew the details. He tried to get my best friends, and it almost worked with a few of them. Thankfully, it didn't end up working in the end. So when he realized that he was a bust, or when he realized that was a bust, he started working on other friends that were less likely to know about this. People who I loved dearly, but people who I just couldn't bring myself to talk to about this. I need your tit. Sorry.
She's locking in.
He went to them before I could, told them that I was the abuser, that I was the stalker, and when I tried to tell them the truth, he said that I was just lying about him to cover up the abuse that I supposedly inflicted on him. He would tell me that, tell them horrible detailed stories about things he said I'd done to him. The sick part is that every single one of the stories he told were true, but in reverse. He had done those exact things to me. For example, one time he blew up my mom's phone, feigning concern for my mental health and suggesting she should have me placed in a mental facility. But by that time, I got to school the next day. I tried to hug one of my friends. She pushed me away and said, "Nah, don't touch me. I know what you did to D." And when I asked her what she thought I had done, he told her that I was the one to contact his mom trying to get him institutionalized. That's a big word. Are you proud of me?
I'm very proud of you.
Am I a good boy?
You're a good boy.
I'm the best boy. The kicker, he faked screenshots to prove it was, using one of those apps where you can get a fake phone number. Bro is truly the master of manipulation to the point where
Bo.
it's actually fucking terrifying.
Hey, saying big words is amazing to me, okay? I got small peanut brain with 1.5 brain cells.
Cat, I will spray you. Fuck off. Anyways. I could see him using the same damn tactics on these girls that he did with me, and it made me sick. D really got obsessive with one of them in particular, and I could see that this was building up to her being another victim. We'll call her S. At this point, she hated me because of the lies D had told her about me, but I didn't care. I could see this ramping up, and I just wanted her to be safe. I needed proof of the kind of person he was to get her away from him. All of them, really, especially S. But what could I do? I didn't have any proof. D had manipulated me into deleting all of the concrete evidence I had against him while I was in active abuse. How, you may ask? That's a whole nother can of worms for a different post altogether, but let's just say this dude had me massively brainwashed. Oh shit, I scrolled. Okay. That's when I remembered the catfishing part of what he put me through. He used to do it for multiple different reasons, mostly just to manipulate me, tear down my self-esteem, and wrap my sense of reality in multiple ways. One of his favorite things to do was pretend to be people from school and just hardcore bully me over my deepest insecurities, only to comfort me as himself so I'd feel like he was the only person I had. But another good thing he used these personas for was to get information about me that he could use. In those cases, he pretended to be an online friend for a while, gained my trust, and asked me seemingly casual questions about my days, plans, where I was going later, etc. He then would coincidentally start showing up to places he knew I'd be. So this is where I decided to give him a small taste of his own medicine. The revenge.
It's literally like spaced out. It said background semicolon and now it's the revenge semicolon.
Beautiful.
It's a little-
Fuck this guy already. I hope a train hits him.
I set up a fake Instagram profile, picked a girl he would have been into. She was a model, but very underground one, only he was, whoa. She was a model, but a very underground one who only really has a following in another country. Hold on. Come here! Where are you?
Are we
Get off
chasing
the
a cat?
fucking counter, you bitch!
Yup. She has a spray gun.
Alright. Counter secure. Anyways.
For those who don't know, she has 2 cats who are menaces, and she keeps a spray gun next to her. At all times.
I do. Spray gun is worth it, honestly. Anywho.
For the cat.
It's just for the... yeah. Oh, my lord.
Valid response.
Anyways, who only really has a following in another country. This allowed me to get several pictures to make it look real without running the risk that he would recognize her. I said something in the bio about how she got locked out of her old account to make the fact that it was created recently seemed less suspicious. I said she was a college student from another side of the country. I followed the school, several organizations within it, and several students. I posted several selfies, pictures of the campus, some random quotes, and some other stuff to make it look real. Then I started following a bunch of accounts that I knew he interacted with, meme and fandom pages mostly. I spaced out my post over the course of several days, interacted with a bunch of the accounts I followed, waited for several of them to follow me back, and I made sure that the account didn't look suspiciously new. Then after a few days, I followed his account. I made sure to make it seem like I had just found his account because we followed several of the same accounts. Then I finally started interacting with his posts. I made a few comments that I knew would fuel his ego and waited for him to reach out to me. It didn't take long. He DM'd me asking to be friends within hours of my last comment. I fed into every lie he told me, acted like a friend just like he had done to me with his personas, and the dude just wouldn't shut up. He went on and on and on about the sexual relationship he was supposedly had with S. Was not true. He always done this. When he has an obsession with someone and is trying to manipulate him, but it's taking a while, he will talk about his fantasies as if they were reality. I'd seen already him do this multiple times and knew exactly what this was. The way he talked about her and a few other people I was worried about, but mostly her, was absolutely vile. I kept up the act for a few weeks until I was 100% positive I had enough evidence, and I discovered a lot more than I had even anticipated. I don't want to get into other stuff too much, but it was bad. This dude was also obsessed with one of our lunch ladies. It was to the point where she was scared for her and her children's safety.
Jesus
But
Christ.
she didn't know what to do about it because she didn't have proof. But after what he said to me, I did. After I had everything I needed, I screenshotted everything and then deleted the account. I sent the screenshots about S to a mutual friend of ours, since at this point me and S were no contact, explained the situation, and she was horrified. She sent all the screenshots to S, and S clearly was even more horrified. She blocked him on everything and apologized to me profusely for believing him over me. Then I sent my mom all the screenshots I had about the lunch lady. I didn't know how to go about sharing these with her because, well, she was my lunch lady. Lucky for me, though, my mom was a hairstylist and just so happened to be her hairstylist, so my mom spilled all the beans at their next appointment. This is when it came out how scared this poor woman had been. The screenshots got around and everyone I had been worried about managed to get away from him by doing what I did. Everyone around him finally saw his true colors, and he lost pretty much everyone he had under his control at the time. If you keep playing with fire, eventually you're going to get burned. Every time I think about it, I smile. I managed to protect so many people from going through what I went through or worse, and in the process, I gave him a tiny sliver of taste of his own damn medicine. I'd like to hope that he's paranoid for good, while after that, just like I was.
I hope she
That's it.
retroactively got her reputation restored.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think she
yeah.
definitely did. I also hope the lunch lady
I want him
filed
to
a
hurt her.
restraining order.
What is the age scenario here? Because it sounds like late high school, yeah?
Are these high schoolers?
Mhm.
College? Yeah.
Jesus Christ! How are you gonna be this little psychopath in high? No, hold on, wait. I've dealt with someone like this. Point stands. How are you gonna be a little fucking psychopath before you haven't even gone through puberty? You don't even have taxes. You have no excuse to be a little fucking psychopath. Deal with taxes, and then maybe you have an excuse.
Is it
Assholes?
young
I think
Gen
there's
Z
an
Gen Alpha thing?
excuse. I don't.
They're becoming chronically online already.
I'll say, is he a VR chatter? This is like VR chat behavior, like
Oh,
101.
God.
no.
I don't know.
Just like, I wouldn't be surprised if he eventually got on here for sure. Ugh.
He would feed a lot of negative energy off of it. If you are... no, hold on, wait. I choose my words wisely. Wait, let me cook.
Mhm.
They're not cooking. What I'm about to say is word vomit. So take that with what you will. A lot of people in this game, not everybody, I'm not hating everybody. Let's make that very clear. A lot of people on this game are the people who feed off of negative energies, and they can have funsy sunsies in the pixel world because they think it's like the easiest thing to do. Fuck you. I don't know. That made like no sense, but it made sense to me.
Feed off of drama, and I spread it because it makes them feel good.
Exactly, because people like that are who I see like thriving in here because they have a wider outreach of people and can fake their everything.
Yeah, there's like some level of separation from their actions. Like, it can't really be traced back to them, unless they're not careful, like this douchebag was.
I'll say that's like the best revenge. I also hope she files a restraining order. Homegirl, he laid hands on you. Jesus
It's like all the
Christ.
girls.
Right? And like, also, this irks me because I've dealt with something like this almost to a T, but different ending. I had a stalker who was like fucking head over. I will never claim it to be like my stalker. This was just a fucking creep. They don't get to have that energy. But like, I was in high school. This person they were a senior that sniped freshmen. I was a freshman. I was a freshman who also didn't socialize a lot, so I was like prime target uno. And it was like, come over, come over, come over, come over. I love you. You're my everything. Like, you're my only person. Tell your parents I'm gay, and then you can come over. And I'd be like, no, that's really weird. I'm not going to lie to them. I also choose life. My mom would kill me. So, no. And he got to extremes of, like, would hurt himself, corner you in the hallways, show you what he did, and then be like, this is your fault. You should have loved me. I'm gonna off myself if you don't love me. His ending was being in and out of institutions and in and out of the hospital because that wasn't a threat. He would do it.
Can I hit him?
So
with
he's
the
genuinely
oh,
mentally
no.
ill.
We can't do that.
See, here's the thing.
Kill it with fire. I like
Why
that
kill
one.
it?
You're my Pookie now.
I already have them
She's a
added,
wife
so
now.
She's been stolen by so many women before.
but like, I will say, I got out of the cycle simply by pretending to be gay. Funny how that ended up playing out, but
Ah, Pookie.
I got in a group
Strange
chat with my
self-realization.
dude. I got in a group chat with my girls, and I was like, pretend to be my girlfriend. Get this motherfucker off me. I could not like. He knew every class I went to and was waiting at my locker, at the classes, at the cafeteria. Like, I couldn't go anywhere. I had to change my entire like not schedule because that was impossible, but my routine had to be swapped. I learned later that he locked on to a new freshman the next year They didn't get to the hospital in time. He is no longer with us after he threatened to...
Reap what you sow, I guess. That's really bad. I'm
How do you-
sorry.
Ooh.
His arrest sheet
Reap
was
what you
really
sow.
bad at the age of, like, 18.
Reap what you sow.
Nothing to really salvage there.
But, like... No, I hate people who are like this, because... Not only did you have to abuse her and isolate her, you had to make up lies and make up people. Like...
That's too much damn effort.
That's too much effort! That's too much- It takes so much less effort to be a good person and be like, hey, I'm feeling clingy, or I'm feeling emotional, or I'm feeling like I need attention, because that's all this was, aside from like the physical abuse part, was you wanted attention. You were stalking her, you were creating narratives so you knew every aspect of her life, and then you could play hero, like you just wanted attention.
This motherfucker needs
It's
hobbies. He needs video games.
Exactly! Go play
that's
COD!
one-
Chill
If
out!
he has any.
Give him attention back with fire. Yes.
Hit him with a bus. Gently.
No, not gently. Not fucking hit him with a semi truck, full speed, top notch.
Sakaya's ass.
Bam.
Oh my lord. I think this episode just made me hate people more. We've had stupidity, we've had cheating, we've had everything go wrong with Down Under. The only thing safe today was boobs. So the end all
Also,
be all of
I
this
know
is
where the
boobs are
cat is.
awesome. Oh?
I know where the cat is. He's in the washer dryer.
He's sitting in the washer dryer. I can hear him.
The door's open, it's
Here's
not
a
running, he's just
call-
being a little shit.
Yeah. It's Mink too, because I just fucking
Binks just walked underneath me.
If I leave the dryer
fucking
open,
cat.
like right after a load is done, Xena hops into the dryer and just
okay.
sits on the warm clothes. Luca
See,
hides
that's
in the
a vibe.
hamper. There's no winning.
I'm lazy, but now I want dryer blanket right now.
Right?
dryer blanket's great.
Dryer
can't-
towel.
So that's true. The blanket that I normally use, it's cold wash only, and I can't dry it.
Yo, I bend it. I just have an electric blanket.
I want an blanket so bad. You know
I
how
use
nice
it
that
every
would
night.
be with
They're like
periods?
$20 at Walmart for a cheap
Also
one.
gonna, like, any pharmacy.
I was like, the one I have was literally
The
$20 and it's like super small, which is great because it makes him overheat, but I want it, so it just sits at my feet all night.
That's fair. The blanket that I have, it's this very large, like 100% cotton blanket that I had gotten for Christmas, I want to say 4 years ago.
Mmm.
That blanket is $400.
Jesus Christ! That's too much for a blanket. Squishy, I love you
What the
so much.
hell?
Dollar General has blankets for
I didn't pay
$5.
for it.
That's
I didn't
fair.
Pay for it. My dad paid for it.
Okay, never mind. That's a
Think about it, last year,
justifiable
your training
purchase.
years.
Cause so it's
I don't know if you like have heard of like those minky
Oh,
cotton
yeah.
blankets.
Yes. they're
That's
so
what it
excellent. They're so
is.
good. Oh my
I
God, I haven't
love
seen one of
the
those in literally 20
softness.
years.
He was like, "What
Colors do you want?" And I was like, why? And he's like, I'm getting you a blanket. And I'm like, okay, do like red, black, and blue, because like those are my favorite colors. I love red, black, and blue. He got me the blanket, and I was like, how much did this cost you? And he was like, $400. And I was like, why the fuck did you spend this much on a blanket? I also got an electric guitar that Christmas, and I was like, what the fuck?
And he's like,
Damn
"This
good
is
Christmas.
He was like, this is the repayment for you letting me date this person. And I was like, why? Because you didn't ask me if I was okay with it.
That's valid. I don't know. A heated blanket and a weighted blanket
My
are like
dad's a
all I
dick."
need.
Squishy
Oh, my
Laura,
lord.
my dad's an asshole.
Dude, I feel like
She
we've learned a
knows
lot
it.
of
She wants
things
to hit him
today.
with a bat.
I do. I want it to be a hollow bat too, just so it echoes.
You want to send a wasp on his dick? Do it.
Not really. I don't want to see
Honestly?
your dad's wiener.
Well, no, just release one in the bathroom while he's in there. Put it in the toilet, and then don't say anything. Let him sit on the toilet.
Bo,
when
why
he
does a
takes
Wii
shit.
come into play? Look at the fucking chat.
Hang on, your dad is an asshole too? Were your parents divorced? No, my mom's in a box, and my dad's an asshole who verbally and mentally abused me since I was 11 years old.
I had a Wii. My parents are still together.
I had a Wii.
My mom died 2 years later.
Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway. Cross, do you feel like a new man after tonight?
I don't want to think about the men portion of me, because it seems to be injured, just mentally, from the topic today.
So Phantom Pain is real.
I will neither confirm nor deny. I'm just excited to think about it. That's a nice frog.
There's a nice frog over there on the
Ashes
couch.
to ashes, brother. Wait, if I was going
Oh my lord. But listen, y'all, that is all of our stories for tonight. So, for those who don't know how the ending of this goes, give Cross all of the love, all of the appreciation for coming out here tonight, and a huge thank you. And of course, this will go out on YouTube and Spotify on Monday. The links are linked where the links are linked. So everything that you need for social medias will be on those links, obviously, hence the phrasing. And we will see you guys next week. Bye-bye!
Bye-bye!